Greg Inglis is an absolute gun.
Gallon, gone.
Radradra Supercoach God.
Sonny Bill, what an idiot.
Johnson cats it.
Thurston, absolute wepo. All this and more on the episode 2 of Third Man In.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Third Man In, where we talk all things Supercoach. I'm Nick.
I'm Milan.
And round 1 is done and dusted. It's been a huge week, controversy, bit of everything really.
Mate, it's been disappointing. I've lost hair. I think I've grown grey hair. I've lost weight, which is pretty hard. Everything's happened this round. Absolutely everything.
It's a week of highs and lows, so we're going to get straight into it. So Milan, what did you learn this week?
Well, I learnt that round 1 in Supercoach and NRL is an absolute bitch still. You know, you spend all pre-season trying to get the perfect team, and then a couple idiots have to stuff it up for you. Sonny Bill uses his shoulder about 1 million times. Fafita just follows suit in the game.
Why not?
I think Gallon as my captain.
Yeah, look, I had all 3 of them in my team. You know, I took the advice that it's the way to do it. You stack the forwards, you get the guns in, and now I have none of them for next week. So I've got a few tough decisions to make. So
my team sucks as bad as picking Kurt Gidley and him moving to fullback because Darius Boyd got injured. Like, that's how. It's just how stupid it is, really.
It's a week of.
Why do we do this? Why do we do this to ourselves?
I don't know.
I thought I'd do what you do. Go for the overall, try and win that Monet. And what do? I get stuffed. That's what happens. I get stuffed. That's me being polite. But what about you? Some coaches annoying you a little?
Look, yes, I learned that the NRL coaches are pretty much set out to ruin Supercoaches' lives.
You talking about my mate Matty Elliott?
Oh, Matty Elliott. Where to start?
What an idiot.
Tumavave, gets us all in there. 102k, cheapy, beautiful.
How did he go? I didn't watch the Parramatta game.
Look, 40 minutes, scored a try, got concussed in that, so didn't play the rest of the 40 minutes, but got a solid 40 points.
Nice.
Dropped.
What?
Gone.
What?
Gone.
Are you serious?
He's out. Rapati's in, and Conrad's still nowhere to be seen, so go figure with that one.
Is Rapati playing in Cotton Wool?
Well, you'd hope so. Look, I just... and after what they did in the trials and at the Nines, I was so impressed with them, and I was really disappointed with Sean Johnson. It looked like Matty Elliott had them Townsend on the left, Johnson on the right. It was very much that, and Johnson didn't really get involved much at all, which was very disappointing. So I'm hoping a home game against the Dragons, keep the faith, get 100 plus.
Do you reckon many people are happy with Coach Griffin? Oh,
look,
Parker
captain. Off after 21 minutes, I was palpitating there.
Oh, the tweets were coming through too. Just everyone was blowing up.
Major blow-ups.
There was major blow-ups.
But look, he ended up playing 71 minutes odd, and he still scored a decent amount. So I think it's nothing to panic about. But look, hopefully he's playing 80 minutes before long. So.
Can I just throw something out there though?
Yeah, go for it.
Is Des Hasler almost shaping up to be the worst coach? Seriously, Sam Perrott at fullback.
Sam Perrott.
You can put anyone there. Josh Morris, absolute gun.
Or give us Supercoaches a go. Put one of the cheapies in there that are playing New South Wales Cup. Just give us a chance. Perrott?
Mate. Anyway.
Put a ball playing something. Hasler.
But one thing I did notice though, the better players just seem to keep getting better. Inglis, Thurston. Wow. Well,
and of course,
don't get Inglis. They all said.
Save money on Thurston. Get Johnson. I'm pretty sure was my words exactly.
How did you guys go at home? Send us back some feedback about them and who you think your best options are. But them two were absolutely standouts.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone was looking at that 60, 70k that you're saving with Johnson, but I think Thurston showed why he's that extra amount.
Yeah.
He absolutely killed it. Whilst Johnson kind of went missing. But you get that with Johnson. He's a bit of a rollercoaster ride, hit and miss. So, and then Inglis, gun, just powered.
When he scored that first try, I was just like, "Yep, what an idiot! I should have picked him." But some new exciting buys coming through.
Yeah, it's good to see Manu Mao.
Oh, wow.
What a powerhouse for the Eels. Absolutely line breaks, tackle breaks. He looked really good. I think he played...
He's fresh from jail. I'd get out of his way too, but that's just me.
That is true, but I think he played 70 minutes odds, and he was in amongst everything. He was setting up breaks. He was really impressive, and I think if you didn't already have him, then they're going to be getting him into your team next. We've also got a couple others, the likes of Verona, who's kind of in the midst, game. And he had a big game, but now, of course, with the injuries, looks like he's going to become a big player in that Sharks second row with the...
Pete, I thought Pete's did quite good.
In Bali? Or...
Well, hopefully the week off he doesn't go back there. But, it was good... it's good to see some of those cheapy players hold the faith, because some of the other players have really let me down.
And look, Pete's didn't do anything amazing, but he got the solid stats, the base stats, and if he is going to start getting on that attacking side, it's just going to get better. So take the week off, come back better, please.
So the player, and I think I've said this for the last 3 years, the player we all still think is absolute crap in Supercoach. Do we both agree now?
I think we can agree.
Braithen Astor. People out there, I've been reading the blogs. Oh, let's get him in. He'll make me some money.
He put the bait out there, 114k or something.
What did he get? Minus 19 points or something?
No.
He won't even make any money. His break even will be about 120 next week.
Look, but I picked him, so that shows what kind of person I am.
Idiot.
So
only professional here. Nothing but professionalism
I needed
here.
I needed the cash. So he'll be out there soon. So hopefully Mbai gets a run or something. So
that's our tip this week. Just if you see a Nasta, just get rid of him. So now we're going to discuss some of the big decisions that you guys seem to be talking about out there in the internet world. And we've come across on the Facebook blogs, on some of the tweets that have been sent through, the faxes, because we get heaps of them. But definitely one, Nick, Sonny Bill. Do you hold
SBW,
or do you sell him?
I think that's the big question this week, the huge one. Look, I think it's very much going to depend on if you're playing head-to-head or the overall. I think head-to-head, it's a couple rounds to, take a loss.
How many weeks do you get? 3?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So, I don't think head-to-head counts till round 4 anyway, so...
Does only the 50-odd points that he got in the first game worry you, or not really?
Look, I don't think so, because really, if you've got him, he's really going to be that keeper. So losing money is not going to be that much of a deal to you. If you've got him, I'd see you keeping with him till the end of the season. So I really think head-to-head, you just stick tight.
I think I'll hold. I think with a few injuries that have come through, I can make my money elsewhere. And I know he's a proven performer. It's a one-off game against the Rabbitohs. It's the first game of the season. I'm not too worried. So, but yeah, I'm holding for Sonny Bill.
Look, I think if you planned well before we started, if you've got 6 or 7 Origin players at the maximum, then you can possibly look to trade him out, and because that's a lot of money to have on the bench. But if you do have 8, 9 or more players playing Origin, then you really need to be saving on trades, so possibly a hold. So it might very well depend on how many Origin players you have.
All right. Well, here at Third Man In, we're saying hold. So hold on to him and strap in for the ride. It's going to be tough. But what about Paul Gallen? He's got injured. I know we were both...
Oh, he's gone.
We both were watching it, and yeah, I was disappointed. 1, for he was my captain. 2, I'm worried about Origin, because without him we've got no chance. But what are you doing here at this stage?
Look, Gallen's got to be a sell, particularly because when he comes back, it's going to be very close to that Origin period anyway. And look, to be honest, my strategy was always to sell him before Origin and pretty much not get him back till way after Origin.
Yep.
The last couple of seasons, he's played very little minutes in that period. So, now it's kind of just forced the hand. It's happened, 30 minutes into the season. So, a bit early, but look, I think he's got to go and get some mid-range players who are possibly going to make money. But
that was my question. If you do sell him, who are you selling him for? Like, you got a few good players out there. Isaac Luke, who I think he's only going to get better, who is at probably one of his cheapest. I think last year was maybe cheaper, but this year's still pretty cheap. Do you got another mid-range players like Elijah Taylor?
Yeah, look, and that's a good thing with Gallen because he's that price. If you've already got him, look, you can pretty much replace him with anyone you want. I think the big ones are going to be Merrin, obviously, who's showed again that he's that big player for the Dragons. And again, they're only attacking weapon. Actually, with Wheat Up, I should say.
I still don't know about the point scoring system because I watched that game and I thought the way he played, he scored a lot more points than what he got.
It did seem like that.
But then again,
yeah. And then you've got Burgess, of course, and the
which
South.
one?
Well, Surges, as is known in the forums. Obviously, English player, misses the Origin. Rabbits have the goodbye thing as well. So, look, money-wise, I'd probably say he's the best buy.
Yep.
But then the other options you've got to consider is if you're trying to make money for the likes of Inglis or Thurston or someone you've missed out on, you could possibly downgrade to someone like Elijah Taylor, who had an inflated game because of the try that he scored, but he played the 80 minutes, and I think he's only going to get better with his base stats in that team with a bit of fitness and whatnot. So his base stats weren't great, but I think they could get better. So and of course Tomalolo, if you don't already have him in there, then get him in there because he's going to make you a lot of money and score you a lot of points.
Well, yeah, moving on from Tomalolo, who's pretty cheap as it is, but best cheapies that you've seen from round one. There's a few nice little surprises there for me. A few now that I've noticed after watching round one, which I'm like, can't wait to somehow trade in my team before that head-to-head. I'm a head-to-head specialist if you haven't worked out. Nick, he's a show pony, goes for the glory. Who are you thinking in the cheapie perspective?
Manu Mao for sure. 87k is an absolute gun. Jalbert. I think we touched him on before, Arona, particularly because of the Sharks' injury and suspension situation. He's going to get a lot of minutes in the next few weeks before the likes of Lewis and Heinington get back.
Well, Lewis is out for another 6 weeks. I think Heinington got named on the extended bench, so still Tupu's out still at 105,000 starting lock, and he was an animal as well. He's only going to get better. For me, a couple that I definitely noticed was if you don't have Ben Hampton, you better get him in your side because for a Storm's team that was struggling, he still scored great points.
Yeah.
Pretty much, he's not a rookie, but he is a rookie. He's an absolute gun. He's cheap. And also, Copley did not disappoint for me.
Yes.
I think he's 80-odd points, if not 80. I haven't checked the calculations, but if you can fit him into your centre wing spots, he's definitely a must. So.
For sure. Copley was very strong. I think he might be pushing for maybe a wing spot or something when Hodges comes back because it's hard to drop him on that form. And then, like you said, Hampton, he really impressed me. In that first half, when Melbourne was getting pumped, he was still involved in everything and he was trying to create. He gets involved up the ruck. He's in the support role. I'm
disappointed he didn't get the field goal options. I went to Cameron Smith.
Yeah.
But, that's me. I had him for reserves. But, all in all, that's a fair few good cheapies there.
And that about does it for this week of Third Man In.
It's been a big week.
Huge week.
I'm over it, although I'm excited for round 2, but I'm glad that's over.
Hopefully there's a bit more fortune for us super coaches. And hopefully we get a Third Man In.
Hopefully it turns up next week.
He's gone missing again, so sorry about that, folks. We're doing our best to get him in, but look, we're hoping to have a big rant for round 3.
That's right. So if you just remember, guys, if you got any questions or anything, feedback, whatever, hit us up at our Facebook page and also hit us on our Twitter handle. And also you can post in the Supercoach Addicts side on the Facebook page and also the NRL news. We're associated with them, and those guys do us a good job as well. So
But otherwise, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well and make sure you're getting all the videos as we produce them. So I think that's about it for this week. So until next week, happy tinkering.
See you later.